Hey guys, welcome back to Fantasy Tipped. My name is Julian, and today we're continuing our series of episodes about each individual NHL team, their players, and how valuable I think their players are in fantasy. Before we get started, please leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers this year. So really, if you hit that subscription, I would really appreciate it. The majority of you guys who watch my videos are not subscribed, so please do hit that button. Moving on, let's go into the Detroit Red Wings lines. And the top line, I project Tyler Bertuzzi, Dylan Larkin, and Filip Zadina. On that second line, I see Vrana, Suter, and Lucas Raymond if he makes the team, Fabry if Raymond does not make the team. On the third line, I see Rasmussen, Veleno, and Fabry. On defense, I see Leddy, Hronek, DeKaiser, Seider, Stahl, and Stetcher, and in nets, Nedeljkovic, and Grace. So the order of players you see here is based on where they're ranked in their average draft pick in Yahoo Drafts. So the Red Wing with the highest ADP average draft pick is Alex Nedeljkovic at 139, and he is their starting goalie this year. Do I love him at that range? Not really. How many games are people suddenly expecting Detroit to win? They're in a really tough division. Nedeljkovic's an amazing goalie, but Bernier was also fantastic while he was with Detroit, and he still wasn't winning that many games. I don't love Nedeljkovic this year, unfortunately. Detroit just isn't competitive enough to merit drafting a goalie that early. Next is Jakub Vrana, who last year had 36 points in 50 games, which is pretty good. But the nice thing that happened was once he joined Detroit, that's when he really became valuable. He scored 11 points in 11 games once he joined Detroit, and 8 of those points were goals. Now, he's being drafted in the range of guys like Kadri, Taves, Konechny just before him, and guys like Hornqvist just after him. So definitely I like him more than Hornqvist. But if you can get one of the guys above him, I think I prefer those guys to a guy like Jake Vrana, who's not going to have a good plus-minus in Detroit. Should have a decent season, but I'm not expecting anything too extraordinary. Next is Dylan Larkin, and last year he was injured for most of the year, so he only managed to get 23 points in 44 games. It was also a down year for him, but I think now he's going to be healthy this year. He's going to be ready to go. He's a captain. He's going to be fired up, and I think he's going to have a really good season. And at ADP 180, that's literally like the last pick of the draft pretty much he's going at. If you still need a centerman or you want a depth centerman, you can't go wrong with Larkin in this range. It could be a huge steal, right? This guy could potentially be a point-per-game guy. He's hit 70 points before. It's something that he could possibly do again. I don't hate that at that range at all. Next is Filip Hronek, who's being drafted in 32% of leagues. And last year he had 26 points in 56 games, which isn't anything extraordinary, but nothing too bad either. He's a good player. But that being said, we've pretty much seen his offensive ceiling, and it's mediocre. This is pretty much it, what you see here. It's about a point every 2 games. If there's nobody better available at that range, he's not the worst pick in the world. But I'd prefer to go for someone with a little bit more upside if you're going to be drafting that late anyway, and go with the guy 2 down from here, Moritz Seider. Next is Tyler Bertuzzi, and last year missed pretty much the whole season from a bad injury, and he got 7 points in the first 9 games of the year, then missed the rest of the year. If he can stay healthy, he's someone that could have a really good season playing with Larkin and Zadina on the top line, right? That's the thing. He's never played a full season because he's never been able to stay healthy. So yeah, if he stays healthy, he's going to be okay. But he's going to cap out at about 50 points anyway. If he stays fully healthy, he'll cap out at about 55 points, which is okay, but nothing too special. So if you want to draft Bertuzzi, you can. But I'm not crazy high on him. Next is Moritz Seider, and anyone who's watched my rookie video, link right up there, knows that I'm very high on him. He's a very good defenseman. It's going to be his first year in the league, so he may not be the most amazing fantasy defenseman right away, but I still see him having a pretty good year, getting a good amount of power play time. We'll see how that goes. The next defenseman on this list is Nick Leddy, and the only thing I can say is do not under any circumstances draft Nick Leddy. Let some other person do it. If you're that deep in a draft, you really need a defenseman, don't draft him. There are probably better options. There's guaranteed to be better options because you can't get much worse than Nick Leddy this year. He struggled to be fantasy relevant on a really great New York Islanders team. So on a bad team, I'm staying away from Nick Leddy. Next is Filip Zadina, and I don't hate him, but I don't love him either. I think he could be decent if he plays top line with Larkin and Bertuzzi. This could actually finally be his breakout season. I'm not banking on that, but If Bertuzzi and Larkin can stay healthy, the Stars could line up for Zadina to have a really good year. That being said, I'm not drafting him, but if you see him starting to produce really early in the season, he's someone that you could definitely pick up. And last but not least is Lucas Raymond, and he could be very, very good on Detroit if he makes the team. He's a very, very talented kid. Thing is, I'm not sure Detroit's going to rush him to the team. They don't really want to be competitive anyway, so they might just give him another year in the AHL or in Europe. We'll see. If he does make the team, he's someone to keep an eye on. I'm not drafting him though. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching all the way through the video. I really appreciate it. Please leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next episode of Fantasy Tipped.